Well, hello everybody. Welcome again to the Blue Garden Cottage. So it still sounds odd saying that now, but as you can see, I wanted to share with you today the things that I've been doing in the garden. It's not much, but it's a start. I've tidied up in here a bit. As you can see, even Buttons enjoys it more. So I've tidied up in here, getting ready to make some changes, and I just thought I'd show you a few of those changes. I was sitting for hours last night doing some drawings, and there is one of them. This is under the cover, the changes that are going to be happening under the cover, because the table's going to be tidied up, fixed properly, the frame's going to be painted and moved to the center with the chairs round, and the strawberry tower is going to go there along the fence, and this is the direction we're looking at it. I'm going to have some troughs along here, along the pergola, and obviously this is showing outside there, the slabs inside, just other side the pergola. So that's going to be some changes made here. So I've made the tidying up there so far already. As to the apple folly, right, that is it. It's actually from this direction, it's like that in the garden, and that's the front of it. So this is the plan of how in the next 5 years it's going to grow into a lovely folly over there, trained and pleached, so that there's a lovely area underneath. And I'm going to make little corner beds just these sides over there, because I don't have enough vegetable beds, and the only vegetable I thought I could grow in there would be the leeks really, and some bedding plants. So I've started to make a start on that today. I thought I'd just show you that. Let me find somewhere to put these drawings before they blow away in the breeze. Give me a moment. I might be redoing those if they blow around. So anyway, you can tell it's still damp. The onions are growing and I need to cover them before frost come, but it is unseasonably warm today, with high temperatures of being around 13. This is now already the 7th of January. We don't often have those warm temperatures now, and it was already 8 degrees at 7 o'clock this morning. So quite warm for the season. I've taken the advantage to start clearing out around the apple circle, the folly. As I've started sorting out the pots and what I'm keeping in this area, those still have to be moved. I have to move them to the front garden, but not just yet. But I will be putting in a lot more lavender underneath. I'm keeping one rose there. I might put another opposite, and there's some buddleia over there, just as I can keep some of the pollinators coming towards the apples. And of course some of the herbs are staying because I want them in the back garden. And these buxus are going to go in matching pots, both sides of the circle, and I'm going to prune them nicely. Needs feeding. That is so hungry. Look at it, it's terrible. It needs feeding. That one's a bit better. So I shall, I think I'll do just a little bit of cloud pruning and making those little tufts, not one formal thing, but lots of little branches with little tufts on the ends of them. So it's not too formal, but still so. So there you go, that's what I've been doing today. And so that means that this corner too, all around here, is going to be a bed as well. So I'll have 3 extra beds in the corners of the circle, and we're going to be putting, as soon as we could afford it, slabs along the paths, because this is just ridiculous. We'll keep putting down wood chips in between, and we'll put slabs there to be able to walk on. And of course, hopefully, as we put the overflow pipes to the ponds there, then it would help to prevent some of the flooding that's been going on in this garden. Of course, we also need to put overflows to the water butts over there against the shed. So they need an overflow to be led like this, like these pipes down here, all the way to the drain. But in the interest of health and safety, I'm going to be sinking these into the ground with some conduit over them, like the guttering. Probably the square piping, the square down pipe like that. I'll put some of that in the ground next to the paving, just to house those pipes a bit better. And we'll find a safer way of leading it to the drain, because that is yet another trip hazard. So maybe if I could reroute it this side of the path and sink it down there and lead it against the wall over there to the drain, then that'll be getting rid of that trip hazard over there. So there you go, people. That is what I've been doing today. and last night I was doing the drawings. And it feels pretty good to actually get out here and do some gardening and do something. So I've been enjoying that. Hang on a second. There we go. So that is in that part of the back garden. On the other side by the annual veg, the only changes are, like I said, to the water butts getting their overflow, and then we're going to be putting fencing and gates all along the perimeter of the vegetable garden, just to stop buttons using the paths for a toilet. So that'll be, and of course the paving on the paths as well. I mean, that's a very expensive layout, so we'll see if we can find some second-hand ones on Gumtree or something and fetch them as and when we can. But I've got the planned layout of what I'm going to grow where. So the bottom bed by the house is going to be the beetroot, carrots, spinach, kale and garlic. These are going to be carrots and onions, charred beans and yuck on either end. Then in the fruit cage, obviously the fruit bushes, plus some kale in between as well, because they'll be all right in the shade, and some leeks along in big window boxes along the shed there by the water butts. So hopefully that will be good as well. Along the back of the shed, I don't want to take much longer now. On the back of the shed, I'm going to move all the composters to the front garden and make a composting area there, and put wood store there ready for the wood burner for the next winter. So I mean, we've already got some wood drying, but we'll make sure we've got a lot more, and we'll start stocking up on the wood for the burner ready for winter, so that it's completely dried. Might even have to just invest in some kiln dried bags of wood and take it out and dry it, keep it dry under cover there. So wood store to be built at the back of my studio, so to speak. And then in the front garden, as I said, in the circle, I mean, that's the front door and the little path that goes around the circle. So in this corner here by the pavement, there's the wall of the garden there, I'm going to build a arch with a chair underneath, so that the Elaeagnus and a climbing rose can ramble over the arch, and between the josterberry, the Elaeagnus and the lilac, it'll be a nice private little woodland corner in that corner of the garden. The fence and the chair and some more ornaments and others. The crossed arches has to be reinforced, and things will be painted blue, obviously. Then by the drive side, the composting area is going to go over here where I've got all the wood chips at the minute. The composters are going to go there with a box planter with trellis and arch to grow a climber over there. There'll be lots more climbing plants, and of course pavers at the back where we get out the car, and it's always muddy by the boot when we take things out of the car. So some slabs over there. So lots more to go on, lots more planting and tidying up and prettying up, and that's the plan. So I've got a plan going with the theme of clarity for this year, and I have something to work towards, and I'm really glad I've already made a start. So whatever you're doing, whatever plans you've got for the spring, I do hope that you've made a start and feeling good about it, and that you keep the momentum going to keep up the energy for the job, because it feels good, and the more you feel good, the more you want to carry on. So there you go, my lovelies. Thank you so much for your continued visiting of this channel and your support. Please do continue to like. If you haven't already done so, do subscribe and share if you like, and I shall keep you updated on the changes that happen here in the Blue Garden Cottage. Speak to you again soon. Bye bye.